Hi, it's Robin Sharma. First of all, I want to wish you and your family a very happy and healthy and successful and abundant new year from my family to yours. Well, as always, keeping this video raw and real, you're in my hotel room here in Rome. I'm here with my loved ones getting some refueling time. As you know, peak performance without refueling will lead to depletion. So we're here at this great hotel. It's run by Ferragamo. I was reading his biography earlier today. He was he was a kid, 9 years old, and he fell in love with making shoes, and he found a master, and he became his apprentice at the age of 9, and all he wanted to do was make great shoes. And he built an empire based on his passion for making fine shoes. He put shoes on Sophia Loren and many of the great, legendary movie stars of that era. And then it grew into this conglomerate. And the family bought this set of apartments pretty close to the Spanish Steps. Right up the street is the Spanish Steps. Right out my window is Via dei Condotti. And a few years ago, they turned it into a hotel. And my loved ones and I have been here for a few days, and we're really enjoying ourselves. But I wanted to get into this video because more than anything else, I want to be of service to you this year. I want you to make this year the year you changed the game. I want you to make this year the year that you made your childhood dreams come true. You took your health or your financial life or your work life, or maybe it's your mindset to a completely new level of wow. And my oxygen is really being your partner in success to help you do that. So I'm going to get right into it. There's 5 things I want to share in this high content video, and I want you to really sort of wrap your brain cells around these 5 things and then think about them, and then most importantly, execute around them. Because as you know so well, ideation without execution is delusion. In other words, you can have great ideas, but unless you execute on them, your great ideas are worth nothing. And so the 5 ideas I want to share with you in this video. Number 1, know your one thing. Number 2, run your 3 key habits. So I'm going to encourage you over the next 90 days, come up with 3 key habits and focus on those. So we'll be talking about running your 3 key habits. The third thing I'm going to talk about, delete energy vampires from your life, and I'm going to get into that in a little bit. Number 4, invest in your personal development. Last year, I spent probably more money than I ever have on my personal development. Going to seminars, investing in coaching, reading books, going to retreats, and it was really a fundamental game changer for me. The return on investment was 30 times plus what I invested. And I've been talking about this for years, but more than ever before, I'm getting it at such a visceral level that when you invest in your thinking, in your personal development, and you can see around corners, then everything you touch turns to gold. And then number 5, seek out big joy. So I'm going to get into those, and let's get into the first one right now, which is know your one thing. So, there was a very famous meeting Steve Jobs was involved in late in the 1990s, and he had come back to Apple after being kicked out of his own company, the company that he and Woz founded in a garage. And basically what he did was he laid out all of the products that Apple had no right being involved in on this big boardroom table. And it was peripherals, and they had been involved in printers and all these accessories when that was not their knitting. Apple did not stick to their knitting. And he basically said, what's the one thing that we can dominate the industry at? And, I thought that was so powerful. Like, what is the 1 or 2 things that you, over the next 12 months, can focus on with a monomaniacal obsession to the point where, because you've taken all your energy and all your mental focus on that one thing, you get to be IW, best in world at it. Because I know you know this, but the person who tries to do everything achieves very little. And that's really the seduction in this age of complexity. We try to do many things at good, which prevents us doing one thing at great. A number of weeks ago, I ran the Titan Summit in Toronto. We do it every year in December, exclusive group of about 100 people. And I bring in some world-class experts, and we go through some amazing things over 4 days. It's invitation only. And one of the speakers we had was Vern Harnish. Vern Harnish was one of the co-founders of Entrepreneur Organization. He's written a great book called The Rockefeller Habits. It's a great book for any entrepreneurs. And what he talked about was, he said, Steve Jobs knew his Toy Story. And what Vern shared with us in the room was, Steve Jobs, when he was kicked out of Apple, he experienced his wilderness years. And one of the companies he went to was Pixar. And at Pixar, what he learned was the secret of being a world-class company was, again, focusing on just doing one thing extraordinarily well. And what he saw at Pixar is they just focused on one movie every 3 years. When he was there, they focused on Toy Story. And because all of the resources of the company that was focused on that one animated movie, it became an incredible game-changing blockbuster. And so he asked the titans in the room, he said, what's your Toy Story? So it's sort of another spin on what I'm saying, know your one thing. And get it down onto paper now and look at it every single morning and have the guts to start saying no to everything else. Because a lot of reasons, or one of the main reasons why we don't achieve greatness in our lives or in our businesses is because we say yes to too many once-in-a-lifetime great opportunities. And that's where the discipline comes in, saying no to fantastic opportunities because it's not your one thing. Okay, so get that one thing down on a piece of paper, that one project, that one game-changing activity that will allow you to focus all your energy and resources for the next 12 months so you get amazing results at that one thing. Second thing, know your 3 key habits. So what I'm going to encourage you to do over the next 90 days of this first quarter of this new year, don't try to install 15 new habits. Don't try to install 5 new habits. Don't try to do 4 new habits. 3 key habits. Right, so that's the second thing I'm sharing right now. Run your three key habits. Maybe it's getting up at 5 o'clock, so you join the 5 o'clock club, which is a game changer. Maybe your second key habit is reading for 1 hour every day. And maybe your third key habit is writing in a journal before you go to sleep about what you learned from your day, so your days serve you. And maybe writing some good things that happened and writing some gratitude. I don't know what your 3 key habits are going to be. Maybe it's going to be, before you walk into your house every evening after work, you sit in your car for half an hour and you meditate, or you get yourself into a great frame of mind so you are really there and present and loving for your family. I don't know what your 3 key habits are going to be. Maybe it's going to be writing out your goals every morning, which is another game changer. So it focuses your mind and releases that wonderful motivational neurotransmitter, dopamine, into your brain. But come up with 3 key habits to focus on over the next 90 days, and then every single day, because consistency is the mother of mastery. Every single day, run those 3 key habits until they become part of your wiring. You know from University College of London that it takes 66 days to install a new habit. Not 21 days, not 30 days, 66 days. So if you really want to create that neural wiring so it becomes automatic, the habit becomes automatic, you have to give yourself 66 days. And what it does is it pushes out your old habits and it forms a new neural pathway for those new habits. Third idea I want to share with you. Delete the energy vampires. Delete the energy vampires. So we all have these people in our lives where when we're with them, they put down our dreams. When we are with them, they drain our energy. When we are with them, they complain. When we are with them, they use toxic language. And my suggestion to you this new year, have the discipline and have the guts and have the wisdom to clean out and delete the energy vampires from your life, because those people are preventing you from greatness. Those people are preventing you from doing your dreams. Those people are preventing you from being the person you want to be. Those people are preventing you from being happy. See, so you can have an amazing life, or you can be surrounded by toxic people, but you cannot have both. So I'm encouraging you to remember that fundamental idea that you do become your associations and your environment. I mean, the hotel rooms you're in, the house you're in, the car you drive, the magazines that are on your table, the TV in the background. All of those environmental influences are affecting your mindset, your personal power, your confidence, your productivity, and your creativity. And so I try to live my life in a tight bubble of total positivity. And I'm really careful about the people I allow into that bubble. And I'm really careful about the elements and the influences I allow into my environment. So you want to delete, politely ask those people who are energy vampires, draining your energy. and invite them or ask them to leave your life so you can start populating your life with people who are generous, people who are passionate, people who are givers, not takers, people who are creative, people who are living the life you want to be living. And we know through the scientific phenomenon of emotional contagion that we pick up the emotions of the people we're around. So if you delete the toxic people, you literally delete fear out of your life. And if you bring in positive people and excellent people and people on the journey of excellence and mastery, their emotions of inspiration and passion and abundance will start to infuse your thinking, and it's a game changer. I mean, you really want to be around amazing people. You cannot put a price tag on that.